name is Alberto Valverde.
I'm María Castellanos. We started to work together 10 years ago because we were both interested in the relationships between human beings and machines, and we also centered our work in the research about how to enhance human capabilities and how to promote the communication between human beings and plants through the creations of complex systems. Beyond human perception is the next step of our previous work because we are really interested in the capabilities of other living beings like plants to perceive things that humans cannot. During the last years, we have been researching about the secret language of plants through artworks like symbiotic interaction or the plant sense. In symbiotic interaction, two garments have been created to carry tiny plants that can measure and monitor their surrounding, working as an interface for the changes and relating environmental data to the wearer. The Plant Sense is an installation that allows the audience to know and experience the secret language of plants. The work consists of an interactive garden in which different sensors measure the electrical oscillations of the connected plants and show their biochemical reactions to the human presence. A wearable allows the people to feel the plants in their own skin, and also some purple interfaces allow the audience to pick them up and feel the plants in their hands. To develop these artworks, we have been using our sensor Chlorophylla 3.0, a sensor that allows us to measure the electrical oscillations that take place into the plants. We realized that these vibrations depend on the surrounding of the plant, like changes in temperature, sound, CO2, proximity of other plants, proximity of humans, etc. And we can register the immediately changes into plants. Beyond human perception comes up after a short residency we did at Oslo Met University in the framework of FELT project, Futures of Living Technologies. We worked at Oslo Met laboratories with plants and humans, measuring EEG waves in humans and electric vibrations in plants. When a human was interacting with a plant by singing, touching, or speaking to the plant. And we were very surprised when we realized that when something happened in the human brain, also something happened into the plant. Do their electrical activity change at the same time? Fascinated with the results of this experiment, we conceive Beyond Human Perception as a new experiment in which we are going to compare the reactions of plants and human beings to the same stimuli, in this case live music. So the main idea of the project is to compare the reactions of plants and humans to live music without interactions between each other in order to understand a bit more about plants. the artwork has been created in the context of an EMAP residency hosted by Container in Croatia. The plan was to spend 2 months in the UR Institute in Dubrovnik, but due to the lockdown, we have been developing our residency from our home and our studio. We did weekly meetings by Skype with the Container team, and we worked from our home to develop this artwork. It was a pity not to be in Croatia because we missed the exchange with other artists and scientists that usually we have in this kind of residencies. The beginning of the residency was at the same time of the more strict lockdown weeks in Spain, and during some weeks we were not allowed to walk to our studio and we were working from home. So our methodology changed during this residency. We usually make and think at the same time, and we usually print some 3 hours before the final artwork. However, in this case, we work at home just with our laptops during some weeks, designing all the parts of the devices. And when we were allowed to went to the studio, we print and produce all the parts. To develop the project, we use OpenBCI electronics to measure EEG waves in humans, but we designed a headset to place the electronics and also our own soft sensor to place in the headset. On the other hand, to measure electrical oscillations in plants, we used our sensor, Chlorophylla 3.0, and we designed a holder to place the sensors and connect to the plants. Once we already have all the devices that allow us to record the data, we started to think and design the scenography. We designed a scenography consisting of 4 little gardens in which each plants were connected to the sensors, and we also placed 4 places for humans to listen to the concert at the same time of the plants. When the lockdown restrictions allowed us, we went to Laboral Art Center in Gijón. We are based at the same city, and we record there 4 short concerts for plants and humans, where we register all the data for the 2 living beings. The key of this artwork is the data and how we process this data to transform into a video installation. On the one hand, we measure the electric vibrations of plants with our sensor. And on the other hand, we record EEG waves in humans. However, these two measurements are very different and we cannot compare each other. Human data and plant data are able to compare each other. This data can also be displayed graphically thanks to an algorithm that we developed that allows the audience to see the data through the shape of a little spheres that are moving within the geometric shape of a torus. Each little sphere represents each recorded data. The graphic representation of human data and plant data can be seen simultaneously in a video, allowing the audience to find patterns by comparing both living beings' reactions to the live music. The video installation is composed by two synchronized videos displayed facing each other. One video with the concert for plants and humans, and the other one with the data visualization of two living beings' responses during the performance. After this research, we think that maybe plants and humans are not such different as we usually think, and maybe the key is to looking for a language beyond humans to promote the communication with other species.